Jason Minnix, Rob Thompson, The Blitz.
It is The Blitz. Welcome on to 1250 ESPN San Antonio, 94.5 FM. If you're on the go, try ESPNSA.com wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining us. He's Jason Minnix. I'm Rob Thompson. It's a big day. It's a big week in the pork rind world. We got the big game coming up at Pork Rind Appreciation Day. You know, we've been doing this a long time. Mark Singleton, a Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Over the last many months, we've been kind of building to the celebration that is Pork Rind Appreciation Day on Sunday, the day we gather around with like-minded folks and enjoy fine food and watch a football game in a keto-friendly kind of way.
Hey guys, yeah, as everybody knows, Sunday has another mark of note, and that it's we got the governor to say so it's official. It is Pork Rind Appreciation Day.
It is, and go to porkrinds.com. All kinds of stuff you can win at porkrinds.com. Register there to win that stuff. I know we're going to have you back on the show tomorrow with Billy White Shoes Johnson. How cool is that? Talking about Pork Rind Appreciation Day and everything you guys do with Gridiron Greats. But, you know, right now, let's do what we do every week, man. You know, we're going to do a lot of eating on Sunday. And it's one of those where, you know, you get some stuff, but then also got to have the grazing food because you got the pregame show that lasts about 27 hours. And then, of course, you got the game itself, which isn't quick. So you got to have food that you can graze with throughout the day.
Yeah, and you've got, I don't know about you guys, but with my friends on Instagram, my friends on all the social medias, I'm being bombarded with their plans for the weekend and things they're going to make to feed their family in the smaller way that we're all forcing to become accustomed to. And boy, we've got a great one tonight. It's just one of my oldest recipes. It's one of my favorites, and it's a favorite for kids too. You know, as different ages are gathered together to watch a game, I think your kids are going to love this recipe.
Well, tell us what you got with some skinny chicken.
Well, what we're going to do tonight is skinny dipping chicken, Rob.
Skinny dipping chicken. Perfect.
Skinny dipping chicken. I mean, you've had regular chicken, and we've all had breaded chicken tenders, but all of them are breaded with a gluten type breading. It's got a carb load, and as we were looking around for ways to lessen the carbs in food, one of the ones that we really came up with, that once again is smart proof, because all you need is one bag of pork rinds, 3 eggs, a teaspoon of paprika, half teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of salt, and then just 2 chicken breasts cut up into bite-sized nuggets. It's just so few ingredients. It's so simple. And this is one you can fry in a deep fryer. You can bake in an oven if you want to keep the fat level down. Tonight, the recipe I made, we baked. And so you preheat your oven to 375. And let me tell you something else. As you make this, Rob, this is something you can make like 6 trays of. Right. And throw in 15 minutes apart and 15 minutes apart and serve all night long. You can have hot, great food coming out of the oven. It's real easy to make ahead. And I'll show you. All you have to do is whisk 3 eggs together, add your salt, add your paprika, add your onion powder, just mix it all up. And then it's, the old clean hand, dirty hand. Right. You take the chicken and you drag it in the egg and you drop it in the pork rind that you've ground up either by I use a Ninja because I'm lazy, but you can use your hand or a roller pin or however you get them crumbled. And we just dredge them in there like you dredge anything. Put them in the baking dish. James is going to throw up both the recipe and some pictures. And it's so easy. I just stuck them in the oven for literally 15 minutes. And man, you guys can see that. That is a beautiful bacony chicken nugget. I've got some blue cheese and I've got some stone ground mustard to go along with it. Gosh,
that was my question.
This is great food.
So the dipping sauce that you have in there, you could just do. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever you want. Skinny dipping chicken. You can go to porkrinds.com and check out all that. Southern Recipes small batch pork rinds is the pork rind you're going to use on there. And if you go to Southern Recipe, the website there, lots of other recipes for you, keto friendly and perfect for game day. Scroll through there. Not only are we talking about keto friendly, Mark, I'm consistently amazed by the texture that the small batch pork rind adds. It's one, because of the way it's prepared initially. It's going to come with that crunch, and it's never oily, and it transfers so easily to the chicken. And like you said, it's easy to do on a day like this when you're going to be making round after round. I think it'd be probably pretty applicable to anybody using an air fryer as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is so air fryer friendly. And Jason, yes, you can smoke them. I mean, honest to God, you can smoke it, Jason. So yeah, it's super air fryer friendly. Almost all of our breaded products. I make breaded asparagus. I make breaded okra. Just anything that you can bread with a panko, you can bread with a pork rind, and it gets rid of the carbs. You're going to be shocked at how great it is. And we usually use an egg binder. And tonight I use pineapple ancho because that's my wife's favorite flavor. The recipe online calls for salt and pepper, but man, be adventurous. You could use pasilla chili cheese. You could use spicy dill. You could do a different tray of each one. It works out to about a tray per bag. If you're trying to, say, okay, how much do I need to make 3 or 4 trays?
What's the oven setting if I'm baking? What is the oven setting? What do I put my oven at if I'm baking it again?
375 for 15 to 20 minutes. I start checking it at 15 minutes, and then I start, looking at it hard at 18, 19. It's according to your oven and how many times I've opened it to look at it, Tanya says.
375 to start. Yes, sir.
Well, and again, and you get those great Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at HEB, and I'm looking at the recipe there and the photos you put up, because I've already planned the menu for Sunday. Since it's Tampa Bay, I'm going to do the shrimp that have the Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds with it, and the preparation looks very, very similar to that with the breading and the baking. And now we might get some chicken in there as well, because I mean you're right, you're going to be eating all day long.
Yeah, and you mentioned earlier, Rob, we smoke these skins, and so they have a very distinctive flavor. Right. We've been making them the same way since 1955. And so it really does give it a crunchy, but very different breading than most people have ever had. And the flavors on these small batch pork rinds really carry through true on the bite. So I think your listeners are just going to love them.
Head over to Southern Recipe
to see your recipes as you're making them this weekend. Reach out to us at porkrinds.com. Show us what you're making. We could always use some new great ideas.
Porkrinds.com. Southern Recipe Small Batch has a great list of a variety of different things you can do this weekend for the big game. Keto friendly, certainly, but flavorful and packed full of fun. Your pork rind and crackling recipes can be found right there. Low carb and big protein. Mark, as we come around with the big game, and certainly we're going to be sharing a lot of different finger foods, the pork rinds come into play in a lot of different ways. For those of us that are on this lifestyle, keep in mind you can use those instead of any kind of corn or potato chip to dip into anything. It adds any kind of great flavor. For those who watched last week, we put together a great dip as well. It's dipping season. It's pork rind season. Make sure you head over to HEB and pick up your Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. And you know what, Mark? We made you a new friend today. Bart Scott, he here at ESPN's SA 11 to 1 of the Bart and Hahn show, said he was a pork rind fan. We're sending him some Southern Recipe up there, some real pork rinds to indoctrinate a man who thinks he's had some good ones before, but really probably hadn't.
Well, tell him we can hook him up.
I'm sure we will. Mark, man, we're excited about it. So all this effort, all what we've been doing for the last 6 months will culminate this weekend, Pork Rind Appreciation Day. We look forward to having you back tomorrow and interviewing the legend that is Billy White Shoes Johnson in the celebration that will follow. Hey, Mark, thanks for stopping by today, man.
Hey, you guys be good. Be great. See ya.
Mark Singleton, Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds. I'll tell you what, this is the weekend to show off. This is when you prove your worth as a cook, and make sure Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds are part of it.